time in the classroom, we rise and soar.
Welcome to BTC. I am your host, Nyrese Ballard, and this is Beyond the Classroom podcast. So, today's guest is a very positive person, and she is the director of the Children's Nursery of Greater New Liberty. Please welcome Miss Pope.
Yay! How you all doing?
I am good. What about you?
That's great. I can't complain at all.
That's great. My first question for you is, what are some of the most important steps parents can take at home to prepare their young children for success in school?
The first step is just being patient with children. And, because they don't know, it's a lot of things that they do and that they don't really just understand. And so I think patience is the first step, the most important step.
Patience is a good step.
Yes.
I had to learn it during
Yes.
school because, you want something to be done a lot quicker, but
Yes.
it's not.
It's not. And the fact is that you're learning it, and the fact that you're learning it indicates that you don't know it. And so, it's just have to be patient. Just patience.
Right. As they say, patience is the key.
Yes, it is. Yes, always.
My next question for you is, how can teachers and parents work together to create a seamless learning experience between home and the classroom?
I really think it's just about effective communication. Talking to understand, not just talking to talking, but actually communicating, just both ways, and just trying to see what you can do to help your child move to the next step and to progress better.
Yeah, because some parents don't really, I say they don't really help their children. I mean, some parents, they don't really know what to do themselves. So when it comes to communications to the teacher, sometimes the teacher can't comprehend with the parents, what they want for their child. Because I know that was kind of hard for my middle sister. Her name is Morgan. When it came to communicating with the teacher didn't know how to help her. So
Right. And
like,
and when parents and teachers communicate, they can actually find out what's really missing. Because the parents can fill in the teacher on what goes on when they're helping at home. The teacher can allow them to, can tell them what's happening when they're at school or not, or, just the time that they spend with them. And so when you put that together, it makes a recipe for success.
I agree with that. My next one is, what role does play-based learning have in early childhood education, and how can parents reinforce this at home?
Play based is very important because it allows children to figure things out. It allows them to see how things work. Interacting with others as well as interacting with things. And so when they're presented with these things, it won't feel like it wouldn't feel strange to them. So it's very important for children to try to figure some things out. Just have the understanding and just have the knowledge of things, even if they don't quite understand what they're doing, or what they have, just being exposed to different things. So that's very important. That's very important.
Right. That kind of goes along with our topic. So our topic was building a strong foundation for early childhood education. So I feel like
Correct.
that connects with the topic for today.
Okay.
What strategies can caregivers use to foster a love of reading and learning in young children before they start school? Hey kids, parents, and teachers, ready to unlock a world of fun, imagination, and learning? Let's dive into the ultimate adventure, reading! Lamaya's adventure is packed with excitement. This book makes every day special because every kid deserves to feel special and shine. Yeehaw! Cowboy Willie's me into the big laughs and bigger dreams. Adventure, check. Big dreams, double check. This is hilarious and full of clever ideas. Imagine a world where you make the rules. I feel inspired to chase my dreams just like Ramaya. From dreaming to embracing who you are, these books are for everyone. Buy all these incredible books: Ramaya's Adventure, A Day to Be Me, Cowboy Willie, If I Were in Charge, and The Life of Ramaya on Amazon.com. Reading isn't just fun, it's fundamental.
I think introducing children to words in a fun way really help. Addition, math in a very fun way, such as counting grapes. Oh, how many grapes are you going to eat today? What color are the grapes? How many do you have? Just setting them apart. Just giving it to them in a fun way. Taking them to very fun places, like to the library, beautiful places, and just, oh, what is this? This is this, and this is a door, or this is a window. This color is red. Children, they love color, and they love to feel like they're doing something. And so just letting them do things and exposing them.
That comes to my next question. So, what strategies can caregivers use to foster a love of reading and learning in young children before they start school?
Just being creative with the words. Let them feel like they're having fun with them. You take them to creative places for them to learn. You're using small strategies such as counting grapes to help them. You learn the color of the grapes. You learn how many grapes you have. You can add them. You can take them away once they eat them. So, just being very creative and taking them to creative places for them to learn, so they won't feel like they're learning. They'll feel like, oh, well, we're just having fun. So just making it a very fun environment for children.
When you
Yes.
say make a more fun environment, you saying, let me see, like make it fun for them, like
Yes,
make it
because
exciting.
a lot of times when we're teaching children, we're teaching them in a more military fashion as parents or as caregivers, because we know how important it is for our children to get the information. So it's more like a drill. We're drilling them, when actually children pick up very fast when they're young. They're anxious to learn, they want to learn. And so you really don't have to do that always with children. When you find yourself having to drill them, then you probably need to change your strategy of teaching with children. So children love, because they love to learn, and they learn and they don't know that they're learning. Um, for example, I was just saying, we went out to eat yesterday, and my grandbaby, she's 6 years old, and she was like, "Hey, Grandma, can I say the grace today?" I'm like, "Yes, you can." And so, it's just creating a fun environment for them to learn in. And they learn better like that, because it's not a lot of pressure. When it's pressure, they feel like, if I mess up, then I'm in trouble, or you're fussing, or you. So it's very important to create a fun environment for them to learn in, where they don't even know that they're learning.
Younger, I did like to learn. I picked up things very quickly, and since I was little, I love dancing, I love singing. So when my family put things into song, I kind of caught it like quickly,
Right,
and I don't know, I like
right.
to learn. So if they show me, well, I'm like a visual learner. So if they show
Uh-huh.
me, they show me steps and stuff, that's kind of how I learned. So if that makes sense.
Correct. Yeah, it does. It does, because everybody learns differently. And so your parents, they honed into the fact that, oh, okay, so she likes song and dance. And so this is how we're going to give it to her. And so for you, it didn't feel like you were learning. You learning to dance like you like to do. So that's a cool way. That's very cool. That's very cool.
Thank you, thank you. My next question for you is: how can parents and educators support children's social emotional development during the early years?
Honestly, the first thing is, teachers or parents should not compare their children. You shouldn't compare them, and you should just really be engaged with that particular child, and not expect the same thing from each child. Learn this particular child, learn their way of learning, learn who they are as a person, because everybody is so, so different. And when children feel like they are valued, like, hey, they don't know that they're different. Every person is totally different. Totally different. So no person is going to learn the same. No person is going to talk the same. No person is going to react to the same situations the same. It's very important that you get to know just the child and just the importance of who that child really, really is, how they learn, what they like, what they don't like. I have a child that's in my nursery that really doesn't like to be touched. And
Yeah.
so when kids come into my classroom, everybody have to give me a hug. And so when I learned that that particular child didn't like to be touched, I was like, okay, so you don't like to be touched. So what can we do that make you feel comfortable? Can I give you a fist bump? And she was like, yeah, I could give her a fist bump. But if she come in even on that day and she don't want to do that, I'm okay with it because I know that's just who she is as a person. No person is the same. And so I think we make a mistake when we try to teach everybody the same way, make everybody respond the same way because people are just different. Children are different. Children are only little bitty people. They're only little bitty people. So we have to keep that in mind. And when they grow up, they're not going to change and be anybody any different. They're just going to be older and they're going to be wiser. And so, one thing about children is they may forget certain things, but they never forget how people make them feel. And so it's very important that we make them feel important and feel comfortable.
Yeah, that goes along to um me whenever I got something wrong. It could be a test or I don't know. It would be anything in school. I will like cry. I would get upset. Like it would just fall out. Like even though they're telling me they're like, okay, well even though this is wrong, such and such. Like I don't. When I was younger, I did not like getting in trouble. I did not
Right.
none of that, and I'll just cry. I still kind of do that today. Like if it's
Hmm.
criticism, um, it'll be like a little tear that might come down. It's like I'm not trying to cry. It falls
Right.
out. It's
It's
like
just how
my
you
body.
feel
Yeah, that's
and how
like my
you
body.
process. Yeah, you process. You're an emotional person, and some and people are emotional. Like they have, it's the
Yeah.
compassion and the love that they have all inside of them. And a lot of times, it's just the wanting to do the right thing. It's like I want to do right, even if I didn't. And not passing a test or not knowing something. It's not to say that you did anything wrong, but it's how it makes you feel. We have to hum into how things make us feel. And it's okay. It's how we process emotions. It's totally okay. It's how we process things because some kids, like, they care, but their emotions is, I don't care. Like, okay, well, I don't care. And so it's just like, just learning, just processing emotions, and people process it differently, which makes it okay. It's okay.
It is okay.
Yep,
It
it's
is.
okay. It is okay. It is. I'm a very emotional person myself. Like I love to love, so
Me
loving
too.
to love comes with a lot of pain because sometimes you realize the way you love others don't love. And so you have to process that, and you have to learn how to place your love as well. And that's things that children have to learn. And it don't make us not love less, but we learn how to place our love, because like I said, you don't forget how it make you feel.
I'm a very what's the word? I'm a hugger. So when people be like they don't want to hug, I'm like, oh, like I put to the side, you know.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, that's how I am. I am too. But you know what? Eventually you will, as you grow, like I did with my student, you'll learn that a lot of times people don't like physical touch because of they may have been violated. A lot of people have been violated in some ways. Now, sometimes it's just how people are. They just don't like it. But
Right.
when people are violated, um, they shy away from touches and hugs and things like that. So that's just how it is sometimes. And eventually, sometimes once they get to know you or they get to see that's just how you are, then they'll hug or they weren't raised with a lot of love. I know a lot of people, they weren't raised getting hugs or they weren't raised with parents to tell them that I love you. So, when people tell them that, they looking at you and they think you weird because you want a hug or because you say I love you. They looking at you like, what? Because they haven't been raised with it. And so it's
Right.
foreign to them. That's just like giving me some paper with Chinese on it. I can't read that. I'm like, what is that? So you reject it. You reject what you don't understand. And kids
Right.
do that. They reject what they don't understand.
That goes to my last
Yes.
question for you, Miss Pope. Knowing what you know now
Okay.
about the importance of a strong educational foundation, what would you tell your younger self or words of encouragement?
What I would tell my younger self is that it's okay not to know. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay not to have the answers because you're in a position to learn. And so when you're coming into these positions of learning, sometimes you can feel intimidated by not knowing. And it's only because of what we've been exposed to. Even if you're in a school, you know how like sometimes you're in a classroom setting. The teacher may not know it, but if you don't have the right answer, then all the kids laugh at you. But they don't know the answer either. So, I would tell my younger self, it's okay not to know. It's okay to get help. It's okay to ask questions because what happens is that you find yourself into a position where you want to do it all yourself. And that's not a good position to be in. Only because you may be afraid that somebody may tell you no, that you don't know, or you're not doing it right, versus actually opening up to people and realizing they may can do it a lot better and they can make your job a lot easier. You have to, it's okay not to know. And everybody don't respond in the same way to you not knowing. A lot of people are very eager to help, especially once, adults mature and, you can see things a lot clearer. But I would tell myself, it's okay not to know. It's okay not to know. That's what you get help for. That's what you go to school for. That's what you communicate with others for. And so now in my older years, I'm asking everybody everything like, hey, do you know this? Or can we do this? Or can we, because it's something that I had to learn. It's okay not to know and be
I wish I
okay
would have
with it.
told myself that too. I wish I would have told my
Yeah.
younger self that because I know when I was a child, which I still am, but when I was a child, it's hard for me to accept the word no or, because I know I needed the extra
Right.
help because I wasn't as good
Right.
at certain things and I wouldn't comprehend. And plus, I have ADHD, so I forget a lot of things. And during
Mhm.
school, it was hard because I forget, and then I won't really remember unless something refreshes my mind. So as a child, I was and I was emotional too. I was emotional on top
Mhm.
of it, so it was very stressful. But I went to this class in high school and in elementary extra help. They will get it, and yeah. So I understand that a lot because I was one of them kids. So
Yeah. And you know what? And that's and believe it or not, a lot of people suffer um from not knowing or having different elements, things, that's going on with our chemical imbalances because it's a common thing, whether you know it or not. ADHD.
that's the end for today for this video. Thank you so much, Miss Poe, for coming on and
Thank
giving us your
you. I
amazing
enjoyed
feedback.
you.
Thank
I
you so much.
enjoyed you. I really, really
I
did.
do.
And I look
I
so
like the way
forward to talking to you. I look so
you.
forward to talking to you again.
I do too. I do too. I like the way you explain things. Like it was easier for me to understand when you was talking. Like I loved it. I love it.
I have been dealing with children for a very long time. And one thing about children is children, they're next to my heart. Um, they are just little bitty people that's put here on this earth without any understanding of what to do, where to go, and how to get what they're trying to get. And a lot of times they end up with parents who still trying to figure these things out. And so if I can help any child or even any parent, I'm always willing to help because I can remember when I was just that person. And like I said, didn't want to ask because you really don't know the response that you're going to get. But it's very important that you communicate with people in order for you to get to where you're trying to go. There is a path that God has placed us all on, and every person and everything that we need, He put them on that track with us. It's up to us to reach out and to try to get the information, or because there's not going to be one problem that's created in our lives that the solution isn't already created for. The solution is there. It's just about us being patient and just taking our time and just trying to get to where it is that we're going to. So, hey, I'm here
Yeah.
and I'm always here to
Y'all
help.
yesterday. Y'all really
All
yesterday. Listen to the message Miss Papa just gave y'all. Okay. I need y'all to
Thank
like,
you. Thank
subscribe. I need you
you.
to comment.
Thank you.
Everything. Really take heed to what we said in this video and comment
Yes.
down what you think, about your story.
Yes.
But y'all know what we say. Peace, love, and
Love.
happiness. We out.
Hey. Bye.
Beyond the classroom, we rise and soar.